Hi all, do you know there are three types of variables in Java? They look simple, but they behave completely different in memory. And if you don't understand this difference, oops will never truly make sense. So in the next few minutes, I will make it so clear that you will never confuse them again. So let's get started. So friends, I have written complete source code of these three types of variables. So I have shared the complete source code in the pinned comment. You can copy it and directly run in your IntelliJ IDEA. Now let me just try to explain you real world example. I have created a class bank account. I have created a three variables. Two are local, one is instance variable. So these types of variables I will be explaining in the upcoming videos. I have created a method deposit which contains one local variables and it does some calculations for balance. So after this method I have created display account details which actually print out the account holder name, balance and bank name. Inside the main method, this is where the program execution starts. I have created two objects, ECC1 and ECC2, which sets the value of instance variable and it calls the deposit method, pass some value and prints the account holder details. Now let's start with the first type, instance variables. So what are instance variables? Instance variables are the variables that belongs to an object. They are declared inside the class but outside any methods or constructor. So here I have created two variables, string account holder name and double balance. So these variables are inside the class but outside methods. So these are instance variables. So these variables you can see here, it is inside the class. So class start from here till last. So it is declared inside the class but outside methods. So here you can say deposit is the method, display account details is another method, and we have a main method. So outside the method these variables are declared. Now for this instance variables, account holder name and balance, in main method, let me just scroll down, we have created two objects, ECC1 and ECC2. So each object gets its own separate copy of instance variables. That's why Rahul and Priya have different balances. You can see here Rahul whose account balance is 5000 and Priya whose account balance is 8000. Now another important point. Instance variables get default values if you don't assign them. Let me show you. I will comment out this first object value. I will comment out this also and I will comment out deposit also since it is calculating the value. So if I try to run this example, for object 1 I have commented a few things. So let's see the output. So you can see for the first object account holder name which was string whose default value is null and balance whose data type was double whose value printed is 0.0. So for double, if you don't assign any value, for instance variables default value is 0.0. For integer it will be 0. For string it will be null. So now friends, uncomment the changes which we have done. Now the another important point related to instance variables are access modifiers. So for these two instance variables, we can use access modifiers like public, private or protected. So what are access modifiers we are going to see in upcoming videos. So here we are using access modifier as public to one variable and private to another variable. So if you use this access modifier and try to run the program, you will get the output. See, program runs successfully and we got the output. Now the next important point related to instance variables are lifetime or scope of instance variables. So instance variables live as long as the object exists. When the object is destroyed, these variables are also destroyed. So the final point for instance variables is that in terms of memory, instance variables are stored inside heap memory. So friends, in the next video, we are going to see what are static variables. Till then, like, share, comment and subscribe my channel so that you won't miss any update on my upcoming videos. See you in the next video.